All right, welcome back to the reproducibility specialization. You are in the final part of all of this. You should congratulate yourself thus far for going through all of these courses. Been here, this is our capstone course. So this is really like a victory lap. You're going to put together all of the pieces that you have learned together in your own unique project. So it's going to be exciting. My name is Candace Savinen. I am the main author of this specialization as well as this capstone course. We also want to shout out Dr. Carrie Wright and Dr. Kate Isaac for their contributions. And yeah, let's go a little bit into what this course looks like. All right, so for this capstone course, this is for individuals who have completed the Intro to Reproducibility course, the Advanced Reproducibility course, the Containers for Scientists course, and the GitHub Automation course in this series. And the real purpose of this is that we want to put the reproducibility skill sets together and get more practice doing this in a quote unquote real world setting. So we're going to give you a setup and some requirements that are very basic for what you need to do to pass this course. But we really want to encourage you to build something in this capstone that works for you in whatever it is that you're doing in your research that I am sure is undoubtedly super cool. So, prerequisites. Before you start working on this capstone course, you should be comfortable with basic GitHub operations, such as creating repositories and opening pull requests. We will recap some of this for you, but if you feel like you don't remember any of this, do consider using or reviewing the ITNs for reproducibility courses that we just mentioned that are prerequisites for this course. So there they are listed again. You can always go back to those at any time to reference them. You don't have to go through Coursera or LeanPub. You can always just reference them in their web browser, and you can find those on itcrtraining.org. So those are always there for you to refresh, but we will also do some recapping of those things in this capstone course. The topics we're going to cover in general in this capstone are we're going to review, like I just said, of some of the best practices, and then we're going to give you some opportunities to have hands-on, real-world practice, but in a way that's hopefully a bit guided so you feel comfortable. We're going to create images with Docker again. We are going to create automation with GitHub Actions. We're going to talk a little bit again about security practices like GitHub secrets, because those are always important. And then we're going to try to combine using images and automation together. Great. All right, so our overall course learning objectives are that this course is going to demonstrate how to apply the best practices of reproducibility we have covered in this specialization. We're going to create and implement an original Docker image. We're going to create and store a GitHub secret, and we're going to create and test an original GitHub action. And we want to point you to the companion site. This is the same content that's linked if you're taking this through Coursera or LeanPub, but you can also find it at this website right here. And this will have recaps and tips for you as you go through these activities. We're going to be using this repository. It's a sandbox, as we call it, repository. It's called a sandbox repository because there's some stuff for you to play around with in there, and there's some defined walls, but the rest of what you do with that sand in there is up to you. So we're going to be quite familiar with that. I will guide you through how to set that up in the next video. This is what the assignment process for these is going to look like, right? You're going to create a branch in general, and then you're going to make some edits. This should sound somewhat familiar to what we've done in these previous courses. You'll commit some changes that you made. You will push those changes to the online GitHub, right? And then you'll open up a pull request. Now, this is the part where it gets a little bit special for this capstone. When you open that pull request, we have some special GitHub actions that are going to evaluate the work that you've done. And it's not a one or done. When you open the pull request, it'll evaluate it. If you don't pass, that's okay. You can just keep trying, keep building, keep iterating, because this is often what happens when we are doing software development until you get that green check mark. So when you get that green check mark, you'll also be given a verification code. It's going to be printed out right on that pull request. We'll go through what this looks like in some future videos. And then that verification code you want to copy, and you're going to paste it into a quiz that's on Coursera or LeanPub. And as you can see that on the bottom there, it says troubleshoot and iterate as needed, because that is what development often looks like. Is it's very rare that we build something the first try and have it work. We're gonna keep refining, keep iterating, keep polishing, and that is okay. That is encouraged. This is me. I'm one of the people who made this course as well as the specialization. But really, the leader of the ITCR training network is Dr. Carrie Wright. So, got to shout her out here. And we also have had invaluable contributions from Sana Harada and Kate Isaac, who've also contributed to making these things happen. So, I want to shout them out real quick. But yeah, we hope this capstone course is like a celebration of everything that you've learned so far. And thank you for coming along for the ride. I will see you in the next videos.